How you going, people? Just took out the trash. Monkey's out here hanging out with me. Boys are out there eating their breakfast. And kind of a little monkey today. But so I want to discuss a few things kind of that I thought was kind of interesting on the dead poet dude. Dead warrior poet, warrior poet society. That's what it was. So I mean, a couple of guys, since I did that video, a lot of guys came out and go, dude, man, that dude's pretty cool, former ranger. You know, you can just tell sometimes who people are, and you know, I tell you, as a cop, you kind of develop this spidey sense about reading people. Smokey got another fight. He's got another little lump back there. He just had one heal, and boy, he's a warrior, man. He's like, this is my turf, Dad. I gotta protect it. I gotta defend it. He's always out doing roving patrols. You know, he's always out on a patio watching a neighbor's cat for him to come out so he can run out there and ambush him. He's my little tactician kitty. Always on the job. So, I watched a couple of people put a couple links to a couple that warrior poet. I think it's what they said, John Lavelle. I think it's Lavelle. I worked with a Captain Lavelle in the Air Force. I don't know if he might be related, but I don't know if they spelled the same. But I remember the crazy cop story I told where I was wrestling that guy on the ground, and my old captain came in and went, dude, what are you doing? I haven't seen you since you're in Air Force. Now you're in here fighting in Sac County Jail on the floor. But anyway, I digress. This warrior dude, man, that one video where he was freaking something about your go bag, the worst thing to leave out, or planning your go bag. That shit was funny. He's watching TV and it's something about North Korea or something. And he's like, man, we gotta go. We gotta. He grabbed his shit. He's got his dog and his hatchet. I was laughing my ass out. That's a funny ass video. For me anyway. But, you know, sometimes when you work in dark career fields where you deal with evil and just death and facing death, or you're always on guard, you don't trust anybody, and you're always like, all right, how am I to kill this dude? And okay, I can take that guy. I mean, people who live in that environment just think differently. I mean, I was sitting in freaking Cowboy Chicken and Denton the other day. Wind's picking up. Hopefully it's not blocking me out. I know, your little back's hurting, huh? You got bit again. Right next to where he already had a bite. Come on, let's show him your war injuries. He's like, that's right, I'm a cat. I got shot in the line of duty. No big deal. I just kept going. So, this is the one that was healing. I know, and now there's another. You got bitten almost the same spot. There's another little hole right there. I know. Poor little kitty cat. He's out there getting his little war wounds. So, hell, I forgot where the hell I was at. Damn cat distracted me. That's what happens when your mind's up. Oh, I'm sitting in Cowboy Chicken, and this one big dude walks by, and I mean, he was 6'5", and he was big, maybe, I would say, a little overweight, but he was just a big, stout, and my first thought was like, damn, man, if I had to take him out, he'd be kind of tough, man. So I was like, I'd probably go for his knees. Obviously, I'd go for my normal target areas, throat and eyes, TMJ. So I'm kind of like, man, he'd be kind of tough, because even his neck looked like it was armored. It was just like, I was like, damn, if I had to, and I mean, this dude just walking by eating chicken. He don't know shit that I'm sitting here sizing up, thinking about how to kill him. And I'm just like, man, if I had to take him, or, you know, something went down and he was the bad guy. So I'm thinking knees, groin, throat, TMJ, eyes. I got my knife. I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure I could take out his jugular or his windpipe, quick get my knife out and do a quick swipe. And then I was like, well, I said, if all else, if I got behind him, I could get a good chokehold on him. And so I'm just sitting here thinking this out while I'm eating my chicken. I mean, that's be nice to everybody and always have a plan to kill them. I mean, you just you just live in a different world. So when he grabbed that backpack and his helmet and his shit, and he's running out the door, and then his wife or girlfriend, I don't know if his wife or girl, like I said, I don't know the dude, I just watched a couple videos of him. And she's like, what about me? What about the kids? And so that's the point of his video, is you have to think about all these things we talk about bugging out. And he said in that video that his plan now in his car is to fight to get home, to bug in. And when you live out of the city, and that's kind of my plan. You know, people, why do you have a gun in your car? Well, my plan is I've either got to fight to get out of the shit that I get inadvertently stuck in by no choice and I can't get out of it. I got to be able to fight to get out of that area, and then I got to be able to fight to get back to my house where I have all my ammo, food, etc. And my primary defense is for survival. And if I've got a gun, sorry, if you're driving by with a car, I know you're going to hate on me. Why you want to pick on somebody that, look, if I got to get out of there, I'm taking your car. I always say, people with guns will always take from those without guns. It's just the way it is. You can hate on me for it, but I'm just telling you. When government only has guns, they're going to take from those who don't have guns. That's just the way it is. I just posted a video on it was okay to be white, and where this girl talks, and I mean, man, his little back's hurting because I know, I would scratch it, but you don't like it. I know, I'm sorry. You hear him sassing me? It's like, damn, dude, don't be grabbing me and shit. So you need to understand how our mind thinks. So, and I watched that video, I was laughing so much, and another video came up, suggested, I can't remember the name of it, but I mean, every video I watch of this guy, I like him more, because he's my type of guy. He's like, it is what it is. So, but this video, he's talking about kind of what I call being a gray man, or what's known in the survival area of being gray, blending in, not being stand out. Damn, that's a wasp. Look out, Smokey. Little shit. I wasn't talking to you, but. So, damn wasps, they don't pollinate, they don't do anything. They just run around and be assholes and shit. They're like freaking liberals. They just want to take shit, build shit, move in, come into your freaking area and then just steal shit or sting you or make you fearful. But I digress. So, he's talking in this other video about being a gray man. And there's always, to me, this balancing about being gray or not being gray. There's benefits to both. And in one of his videos, he says, I don't like to wear Glock shirts and stand out and have my gun. He kind of, I don't know if he actually said it, but he pretty implied he didn't like open carry because it gave away your position. I'm not necessarily 100% with him on that. I think there's a couple reasons to carry open carry. Some people carry open carry because they want to promote the Second Amendment. They want to enforce. I like people carrying open carry. Not because I think it puts them at a disadvantage, because I think people, mainly liberals, who want to cry and who's scared of guns, the more they see it, the less they'll cry about it. Liberals are, they're just like a little kid that if they get their way, they just keep crying and picking until they get their way more, and it's never enough. So unless you make them accept things that they don't like, they're not ever going to try anything new. They're going to live in their little bubble of government's great, everything should be free, and guns are bad and dangerous, and if only government had guns, we'd be safe. Because they're freaking idiots. They're just raised to be idiots. It's not their fault. People are like, why are you picking on idiots? It's not their fault they're an idiot. They're brought up in liberal schools. They're listening to liberal parents. They're listening to liberal government, liberal teachers, liberal college, liberal TV, liberal commercials, and they're just grown up to be idiots, so they don't know how to critical think. They don't know how to realize that maybe that isn't true. They don't understand how to question. I always say the biggest thing when I went to college, it didn't make me smart. It taught me how to think. It taught me how little I know about a subject and how complex a subject can be. Even though I think I know something about it, man, when you really get into a subject, it's just so much that you don't know. And as you get older and go through life and get life experience, you realize that. So critical thinking is something that's just not taught. You don't have to figure out anything anymore because liberals want to make it safe and easy and participation trophies and, nobody should be a loser and everybody should be a winner. Well, that's just freaking stupid. That's not how life works. So this is where I disagree with John. And look, just because I disagree with him doesn't mean I think he's a bad guy or he's full of shit or he doesn't know what he's talking. I mean, look, because when you agree with somebody and you hang out with like-minded people, because you agree with them, a lot of times you kind of focus on the things you disagree, and you kind of want to either bring that person to your way of thinking, or if you're open-minded and critical thinking, you want somebody to justify why you should change your opinion and go to their way. So John's theory was, if you wear a Glock shirt and you run around, you make yourself a threat, you make yourself to be taken out, and if somebody comes in, they're going to focus in on you, and they're going to take you out first. And his theory of being gray or not being that guy is you can attack without them ever knowing you're a threat, and you can come in and make your move. I agree with all that. But I disagree, I guess, to the extent that I think people ought to open carry. I encourage open carry because I like people to force liberals to accept things that they want to hate on, to show them that just because a person has a gun doesn't mean they're bad. And just because they're only used to seeing government with guns, they believe that only government should have guns. And when we allow people to morph our behavior into hiding and being seclusive and not to say anything because I don't want to be called a racist or a bigot or a homophobe, and therefore I'll just keep my mouth shut. That's how liberals win, and that's how they're genuine. I always say liberals know how to fight better than conservatives. Conservatives run around, do their job, keep their head to the grindstone and say, you know what, it doesn't affect me. They're almost like the Jews getting on the train. Well, they're taking my neighbor, but they're not taking me, so I'll just keep doing my deal because it doesn't affect me. It does affect you. And the problem is we're not teaching children how it affects them, how long-term, how socialism, the decay of this country, how diluting the pool with third world countries are going to force our government to say crime's going up. Why is crime going up? Because we're letting these third world countries in with no education and they can't speak. Crime is going to go up. It's just the natural course. They're not going to be able to feed their family. There's not enough government money to keep them happy. Nobody that gets government money is ever happy that it's enough. They always want more. And when you bring in these people that don't appreciate the Constitution and where our country came from and how hard it was and how our forefathers died and gave up everything to make this country, to give us the freedoms, to allow us to control our government and not live under the boot or thumb of a government. When you don't understand that, it's not taught and ingrained in your children, they grow up like we're growing kids up now to be freaking idiots, and they're like, government's good. Government will protect us. We should all pay our taxes. You should pay more taxes because you're rich. I'm poor. I shouldn't pay any taxes. They should take taxes from rich people and give the money to me because I'm poor. That's the mindset they have. And anybody that's worked hard and acquired things in life just sees that that's a huge flaw in the system. Hi, Moke. I didn't see you come by. Say hi. I know. This cat don't want nothing from the government. He don't even care if he get anything. I feed him and he hangs around, but he's self-sufficient. He's a survival. He goes out, kills his food, pisses me off when he brings in little rabbits, birds, snakes, and kills everything around here. But that's who he is. He doesn't need me. And there's too many people that think they need the government. So, should you open carry? Sorry, John. I like people that open carry. Not because it draws attention from me. I like the ability that if I want to open carry, I can. And somebody's not going to freak out. A buddy of mine went in a store with a long rifle. Open carry for long rifles is illegal in Texas. He went in a store to get a gun worked on because it was broken or something. He's going to send it back to the factory. They said bring it in. He brought it in. And some cop stops him when he's walking out of the store and gives him shit. Well, you should know better than to walk in a store. You know it's going to scare somebody. You know it's going to, And of course, he lives in a city where the cops are like, oh, we don't want anybody with guns, because that's what the city does. It creates these cesspools of liberal filth that just promote this, man, everybody's dangerous, and the only one that has guns is government because we're good and we'll protect you and you need us. So anyway, the cop gave me shit, and I'm like, it's freaking open carry. Why is this cop, why is he making a big deal of this? Why? Because a lot of people don't open carry. So when somebody does open carry, freaking liberals and everybody freak out. Where if everybody open carried, nobody would freak out anymore. They'd be like, damn, there's a lot of people with guns. Guns aren't that bad. So, am I saying you should open carry? No. Do I open carry? No. But I usually carry my revolver in my back pocket. And if I've got a shirt tucked in, or if I'm bending over something, you can see my pistol in my pocket. And I know the safety salaries are like, well, somebody can take it from you. Yeah, they can try, and they might. But, you know, we'll deal with that when it happens. I'm not going to run around and go, well, I'm not going to carry it in my back pocket because I'm afraid somebody will take it. You know, I'm not going to open carry because I'm afraid somebody will come in and shoot me. First of all, from a cop experience, criminals do not evaluate when they go in 90% of the time. They are spur of the moment, no planning. They're in a panic. They're doing things because they want to get in and get out. They're fast. They're focused. I mean, there's been videos where crooks have come in and there's cops in uniform, and they still rob the place and they never see the cop in uniform in the back of the room. So the theory that if you carry open carry, that crooks are going to come in and they're going to do a tactical stand because they're tactical minded, and they're going to do an evaluation of everybody and assess who's the biggest threat and who should I take out first and who. They don't do that. In my opinion, can they do it? Sure, there may be some guy who's tactical and does it. But on the majority, that's not how it goes. I tell the story about the guy that came in when I was a cop, arrested for bank robbery 11, 12, 13 times. Been to prison a bunch of times. A little bitty black guy. And just a good old dude. Comes out of prison. Talks to cops now about how he's planned and robbery, and, you know, younger cops like to ask older crooks kind of what they did there. And I still remember this day. What kind of planning did you before you robbed the bank? So the guy looked at him. Planning? Because I'd walk up to the window and look through the window, make sure they were open, and I'd go in the door and rob them. And I mean, it was just, everybody was shocked, like, no shit. Because, you know, we're programmed a little bit by TV telling us that crooks are these masterful thinking. They're not. Most crooks are pretty freaking stupid. And they're doing things out of necessity, or they're doing things because that's all they've done, or that's all they know how to do. And they want to get in quick and get out quick. So, no, I know somebody's going to probably send this to John and go, yo, man, Rick's talking shit about you, saying you don't know what you're doing. Whatever. See, I know because John's got a freaking brain that if he watches this, he knows I'm not cracking on. We just have a different opinion. So, his opinion is he likes to be the gray man. I like to be the gray man sometimes, too. I even like to possibly sucker in somebody. If I see a couple of thugs eyeballing people and kind of trying to intimidate them, I will go into my my old man walk to where it's like, and maybe slow down and make myself look like a victim. Because you know what? I embrace some freaking thug coming trying to take. I gotta order me to make a Merrick Bradigan hat, because I'm telling you, dude that comes up and tries to snag my hat, it's gonna be on like Donkey Kong. They're gonna be like, what the hell? This old guy's crazy. Because it ain't gonna be like he took my hat, I'm calling 911. Hell no. Somebody be calling 911 saying, dude, man, there's some crazy old guy beating the hell out of this dude. So I don't mind suckering in predators. And as a cop, when we were working in gangs and we would wear the opposite gang's colors in the gang area that they didn't like, yo, man, me and my buddy Jose, we'd sit in the car, we'd have our red on in a blue area, and we were just waiting, and they would inevitably come up to the car, yo, man, why you flying up? And we'd be like, really? Why, we can't have this? Yo, man, you in the wrong guy. And we'd pull our badge out, and they'd be like, oh, shit, you guys aren't victims. We don't outnumber you. Oh, you're the government. Oh, you got guns. So it would change very quickly. But because I was used to kind of like suckering people in, that's kind of stayed with me a little bit now, that it's like, dude, if you think I'm a victim, come on, make me your victim. Because I think I'm going to turn the tables and you're going to be my victim. But that's all right. So anyway, that warrior poet, the videos that I watch, man, he's freaking funny. I like him. The one, I was laughing my ass off, dude. The one about why we love our guns, and they had some cop come up with a big old painted on mustache. Oh my God, I was in tears. I was laughing so freaking hard. They had this cop come to confiscate their guns, and one dude's playing a guitar, man. That's a good video. I forgot the name of it. Somebody will put it in the comments. Something about I love my gun song or something. But anyway, man, that was I gotta spend more time. I mean, I only watch videos that people send me, and you know, when I take some time and sit behind a computer and watch these other videos, it's like, man, you gotta stay up with what's current, what people are talking about, what's going on, and I'm trying to stay up with current events in the news and all this other crap, and it's like, man, I miss out on a lot of other good videos that I kind of enjoy and get a good laugh watching with like-minded guys. So anyway, well, in that there, Moki Cat, you're a good boy. Even though you're out there trying to take over the neighborhood, he wakes up in the morning, puts his paw in his mouth, and I go, Moki, what do you got going on today? He goes, I'm taking over the world. All right, well, in that there, Moki, you're a good boy. Meow. Say bye to YouTubies. Whatever, dude. Damn YouTube come in my neighborhood and I'll take him out. He's got his eye on some bird over there or a squirrel. All right, well, in that there.